Hi, Joe McLean here from CatholicHack.com with a tip on traditional recurve archery. You know, I picked up the archery bug a couple of years ago. I was given a talk at a men's retreat at the Allegheny State Park up in Buffalo, New York for the Kingsmen. Great retreat. I highly recommend it. I linked to it below. You should check it out. But archery was a part of the retreat experience, and that was it. I had to do it from that point on. So I started making PVC bows and just flinging arrows back here. And you know, I was just so I was so eager to learn how to become an archer, to learn how to shoot the bow, that I would do anything. I made my own board bow. I've done that. That was hard. I only got one to work so far. I'll show that to you some other time. But you know, then I really felt motivated to try to go hunting and develop my skills as a hunter, which I've done now, but not successfully. You know, just last week my son and I were out hunting for 4 days. And it's very hard. You know, traditional archery, this is a 67 Bear Recurve Grizzly, 55 pounds at 28 inches. And it's really hard to develop the skills necessary to hunt. I hunt from the ground, not even from a stand. To hunt from the ground. We did get close, really close to a buck and a doe, but I'm not successful yet, but we're working on it. And I love the chase. I love the process. I'm a long way from where I need to be as an archer, but again, I just love archery. And I've developed some skills in a new shooting style that, you know, well, other people are probably doing it too, but you know, this is what's worked for me. And this is the tip I want to share with you in this video, this first video of the series, is I want you to find your technique. There's an instinctive style, which I'll do a video on that. There's gap method, there's string walking. I do a combination. You see, on the back of my bow here, I've got a piece of tape, and I've got these little hash marks. They represent yardage, so they help me with elevation. And I combine that technique with instinctive shooting, where I pick a point on my target where I want my arrow to impact, and then I hyper focus on that point, and I just sort of block everything else out and I focus on that point. And then in my peripheral vision, I can see those hashtags, those little hashes, hash marks, hashtags. I can see those hash marks. I can only see them in the peripheral vision though. And so when you combine that with the technique of a good shot cycle, where you begin, anchor, and release all the same way, you're going to find you're going to be a lot more consistent in your shooting. And you know, not perfect, not even close to perfect. I'm a long way from where I need to be, but I think I've found some consistency that I can be happy with. My goal to develop as a hunter is to have my bad shots be decent shots. That's my goal. I'm not a target shooter. I want to be a hunter. So my bad shots are not bad. They're fairly good. I'll take those bad shots every day of the week. And so this is a pretty close yardage here, but I'd like to shoot, you know, as much as 60 yards. I've got a place I go to shoot out 60 yards. So that's the tip for this first video in the traditional recurve archery video series that I'm producing. All for the glory of God, because, you know, as a faithful Catholic who loves Jesus and loves his church, I try to share Jesus with as many people as possible, as often as possible. In fact, I work full-time in Catholic ministry. But you know, living life to the full, living life with zeal is a part of the Catholic faith, and I find I can do that in archery. So I'm happy to share this with you. If you've got some techniques that'll help me improve, I'd love to hear those. Can you share those below in the comments? That would be really awesome. I'd appreciate it, because I'm always watching YouTube videos and recurve traditional shooting to figure out, how do I improve my skills? How do I get better? Anyway, in this series, I hope to show you some things that are working for me, and to share with you some things that aren't working with me, and maybe you can help with that. All right? Until next time, may God richly bless you.